Because talking of suicidal thoughts, kuna plan kuuliza hii swali, but did you see the story of the CEO on when was it on Tuesday?
Which CEO?
There's a CEO alikufa.
He unalived himself?
Yes. Alafu inasemekana people are saying that he had all these contracts. So people are saying that there is no way he could have unalived himself.
Which country?
Hapa Kenya too. So I get a lot of my news from Gaido. So apparently alikuwa nafuata Gaido. He used to follow Gaido. So Gaido, someone was asking Gaido, like, in your world no one dies of natural causes, everyone has to be killed. So ilikuwa hivi. So this is the guy. So nacheki had been reported by Nyakundi. Ilikuwa ni COM21 CEO Mwaura Gathua has died by suicide after falling from the 14th floor of Alba. So it's this guy. And so these are the companies he used to have contracts with: ICT, Aga Khan, Communications Authority. So he was very successful.
What do his family say?
So family yake sijui, but what is being said about him is he was alone, and even akinini the door was locked from the inside, and akaji understand? Yeah. So of course kuna umse wetu actually I got damn just learned that Mwaura Gathua, one of the founders of COM21, has died after falling from the 14th floor. Initial reports label it as suicide, but in this climate of assassinations, trusting official narratives feels impossible. Sindio? Then akamwambia rest in peace brother, blah blah blah. So alibonga juu yake, akabonga juu ya budake ilikuwa a prominent Kenya Golf Union official and aggressive entrepreneur who ran the KBL distributorships. Biabora in Gara died in 2005 in a road accident on Kiambu Road, literally 20 years ago. So boy ikakuwa hapo. So ndio ikakuwa umwiti Mwondi, I think he talked about alikuwa ameandika kitu kama what mental illness will finish us. Wadau, doctors, CEOs, teachers, people from all walks of life are aliving themselves. Then Gaido, when Mwiti Mwondi suddenly amplifies the mental illness narrative around the death of a wealthy, upwardly mobile, middle-aged businessman like Mwaura Gathua, CEO of COM21, whose high-profile clients list reportedly includes heavyweights like State House, CBK, and the AG, foul play is being covered up. So, what do you think? Like,
poor guy, man. I thank heavens I've never reached a point where I've been suicidal. I thank heavens, man, because
yes,
when you study suicide and what happens to someone's mind, they can't tolerate life anymore, literally.
Yeah. It's
like
an
ache. Yeah, life becomes unbearable. I can't imagine the kind of torment that would go, that would take. I always say when at my worst circumstances, like when I was in there, that still was not an option. Like life is still, I always felt was still worth living. So I empathize if the case is that he actually
unalived himself.
Yeah, man, it's
sad.
I've also been in environments, I've talked to people who have been suicidal because of course in rehab you meet all kinds of guys. Bro, it's not you wouldn't wish that on anybody.
Yeah, to wake up every year, but it was sad, man. But these things, like lately kumekuwa na so many accidents come to these high-rise apartments that it's pushed my fear of heights to a next level, man. Like all these stories, every time nasikia unajua nimekuwa mob. Like I think in the past 3 months
the kids,
yes, 11th floor,
like a boy who fell. I remember he was sliding on the rail. It was on TikTok. He fell.
Kuna huyo. Alafu kuna apart from that kuna wale the ones who checked in, lover, girlfriend and the boyfriend.
The guy who fell on a vehicle.
So there's been a lot. Those are my high-rise apartments.
Yeah, I can
even if you date back to Jeff Mwath.
Oh yeah, the guard for the girls that in Kile. Was it Kile? That one fell on the car. Yes, I'd forgotten about that.
Yeah, machiki. So there've been so many yani. Paka mi naona tu hizi apartments taki kuwa huko juu kabisa.
But and drunkenness, bro. I almost felt I was on 23rd floor in Malaysia. I remember finding a forehead print on one of the windows in the morning. Of course, I was on such a crazy bend at that time. But I could have easily fallen out those windows, man. Like, drunkenness and heights, people need to know. Balconies and your guys are turning up like extreme. Achana nayo, bro.
I think nilibonga you story when I had those university students hapa. I remember telling them that. I was telling them you can't be kwa hizo mafloor there getting high like that. Remember like even the tragic story of the girl who tried to jump from this building to the other building.
Man.
And she was a little bit najua alikuwa amekunywa ka kitu kidogo, and that's a decision that even when you're sober I would never jump from this building to the next building because no shit happens.
I've done stupid shit like that drunk. In fact, when that story came out, we were talking to my wife how, because we once lived in the same building before we were dating way many years ago, and for some reason our balconies could open from outside, but from there was like a space. If you're coming in from like one of the walkways, you'd have to go to like the ledge and then hop onto your balcony and then enter. And drunk, we used to do that shit all the time.
Slogan?
I lived on 5th.
Oof.
I know when you're drunk, you're not even thinking, yeah. But now in hindsight, like, bro, one misstep and...
Yes. And your life is
You're gone,
forever. Unaweza survive, lakini to survive now without spinal cord. Like spinal cord yako iko all messed up, you know. So when you think about all those things, it's scary. Yeah. So kulikuwa na hiyo story ya CEO. But the last thing naenda kuuliza, do you think tumefika hiyo level where someone can't just die? I feel like right now anyone dies.
I think society just generally has a trust deficit because of now the age of information. We've realized we've been duped on so many things across the board, from the big things to the small things, including, bro, simple things like the breakfast we eat conventionally turns out it's not good for us.
Yes.
Turns out it was just a consumerist thing. You know, like, so as information is coming out, everyone's like, if a whole generation can be finessed because of information being hoarded, now everyone is questioning everything. Now bring it closer to home. No one trusts the powers that be. Whether it's governance, business, people feel like people are willing to do anything for riches and to advance their own agenda. So we're definitely living in a trust deficit society. I don't blame people for questioning. It's plausible we didn't go to the moon. Something as big as that could have been a hoax that was permeated for the whole of humanity. Like the disease from 5 years ago, the intricacies about it, a lot of it were lies. Not that it wasn't there. I'm not a denier, no, but people used it for their benefit. So you cannot now...
Minnesota watu walisema
you can't blame society for just everything that happens. Apana. That one, apana. I don't blame society. We just don't trust.
Yeah. And I think that's the messed up
because right
part.
now even every death must have a postmortem before the burial. If you died in a hospital, yes, unajua utaangalia, but if you've died maybe it was an accident, if you are rushed to the hospital, you died at home, if you are rushed at the hospital then died on the way, they must have but it's government directive, like all cases must be followed up through pathology and to give recounts of what actually happened to because what you see it's not even person of interest ama mtu ako na biashara kubwa. We have neighbor turning against neighbor, we have family members turning against family members. Because I remember tunakumbuka ile time tulikuwa na go through such a thing and I asked the DCI, do you take through family members through this stuff? Now they're dealing with a tragic loss and now you have to go through investigation. He was telling me, you'll be surprised in my line of work, things that you unearth, and for the sake of family, for them to have peace.
Do they have resources to do manpower?
Some they have experience.
I'll say like manpower to cater
like
to
forensic stuff.
No, manpower to cater to all the deaths that are happening.
Because
because I'm sure they have to pick and choose because where
Because what happens if you die in your house, you can't just mortuaries can't pick the body without
cops.
cops. So at least now they start.
I thought you were gonna use a pan there. Mortuaries cannot pick the
Can't
body
pick the cops
without cops.
Ikonini. So the festive season is here na LemFi wako na a very great offer kwako. Abaki umesign up ukitumia the promo code Ikonini, and on your first transaction ya $50 ukisend home unabaki umepata a $20 sign up reward. Najua $20 sign up reward on your first transaction of $50 only. Why? Because it's the festive season. Baki umechangamka, tumia promo code Ikonini, ingia LemFi. Why? Upate the most competitive exchange rates. Alafu pia inakuwaga ni chap like transactions ziko instant. Changamka haraka haraka. LemFi, international payments for everyone. Ikonini.